Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Railway. Today we're going to be doing another episode of Random Running Session. And if you don't know what that is, basically I choose a random locomotive from my collection and obviously I run it. Alright, so the way I decide which locomotives to run is I go to this website called Wheel Design, where basically I put all my engines into a wheel, and when I click the button it will randomly choose one. So let's go ahead and do that. See what it is. The CSX GP9M. That's actually one of my best locomotives in my collection, so I'm pretty excited to show that off. And pretty much after that, the way I decide what it will be pulling, passenger or freight, I go to this other wheel. It's just a 50-50 split, and let's see. And passengers, so it's going to be a bit unrealistic, but that's kind of what's fun about this. We go back to our locomotive wheel, because I have two lines of track, so I might as well run two things at a time. Let's see, what will be joining the CSX? The Amtrak Plymouth Diesel, which is just a little model power diesel shunter. That'll be interesting to see. And what will that be hauling? And that will be hauling freight. So we're kind of doing like a swap of a freight engine or a freight railroad doing passenger and a passenger railroad doing freight. So that'll be pretty interesting to see. So I'm going to go set those up on the track. Okay, so I've now set up our two locomotives on the track. I'll just briefly go over exactly what they're pulling. So here's the CSX GP9M. Again, this is just a wonderful locomotive, probably the best freight locomotive I have, and again, one of the best in my whole collection. It's a really lovely Walthers model, and I love this one to death. So first car here is a Lackawanna. It's actually a diner car. However, I use this because it has two of each coupling, so, or not two of each coupling, one of each coupling I should say. There's a knuckle coupler on this side and a horn hook on that side. So this is kind of a conversion car. Then we have this Amtrak car. I think this might have been made by Walthers too, though I can't remember. And then we have this lovely Southern Pacific observation car. This is a pretty nice one. Alright, on the other track, here's the Amtrak diesel. I don't actually believe Amtrak had any of these exact diesels in their fleet, so this is kind of a fictional locomotive, but it doesn't matter to me. I think it looks pretty nice. It's only got two freight cars, as this Southern Gondola and this Texaco Tanker. I chose these two cars because they're nice and silver, just like the Amtrak livery. And I thought they looked really nice together, so. Short little freight train there. I guess you could say it's a switching or something. I don't know. Well, let's get them fired up. Let's let the CSX go. And pretty odd to see a CSX engine pull a passenger train, but whatever. We'll let that get out of the station, and then we'll let the Amtrak go. Oh, wrong way. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the running session. Well, it wouldn't be a random running session episode without something going wrong, would it? Let me get that fixed. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this running session. I really liked how these two performed, except for this one. Had a few coupling problems, but I think that's mostly because of this coach, not the actual locomotive. So yeah, those are some smooth running engines, I must say. Well, we still have plenty of time, so we're going to go back to the wheel and choose another set of engines to run. Okay, so I've returned to the wheel, and we're going to give it another spin here to decide what locomotive to run. So let's see. No way. Is that allowed? I just got the same engine twice in a row. What are the chances of that? I'm gonna have to count that out. Well, if it's fate, let's see, what will the repeat engine be hauling? And we don't even get to... Well, I guess we'll be setting that back up on the track with a different train. I mean, I gotta do what the wheel says. I can't defy it, you know? I wonder what the actual chances of that are. And I refreshed the page, too, so it's not like it restarts where it was or anything, so there's no bias whatsoever. Alright, that's really weird. And if we get that CSX engine again, I'll actually freak out. Okay, luckily we did not. We got the BR Class 35 Hymec. That's a pretty unique engine. What will that be hauling? Passenger. Oh, so we're going to have a nice British passenger train. I must say, getting the same engine twice in a row, that's very weird. It seems like even in the last episode, we keep on getting these weird coincidences. Well, I'm going to go set those engines back on the track, and I'll be with you in a second. Okay, so I've set both engines down on the track. I've got their trains. So absolutely boggled that I was able to get the same locomotive twice. But I'm going to do what the wheel says and put it back on. So for your entertainment, I've obviously set up a different train here. First we have the CSX, I think this is like a grain loader or something. Some kind of hopper, I think. We have this old flatbed, and this normally doesn't have a load, but I've decided to put some tractors on there, just because I think it looks neat. Then we have this. This is an auto loader, and I put this on because when I think of Amtrak, one of the first things I think of is the Amtrak auto train, so I thought this, obviously this looks nothing like the cars they use on the auto train, but I thought this would be a neat little reference to that. Then at the end here we have a Rock Island caboose. No real reason why that's there, just because I thought a caboose would look nice at this train. Okay, and then on the other track we of course have the Class 35 Hymec. This is a very classic model from Hornby. And these aren't actually British coaches this hauling. These are actually French coaches, and you can see they have the European hook and loop style of coupling, so if the coupling becomes detached, you know why, but it tends to work, and I think it looks pretty nice, so I just do that until I can get some actual good British coaches. Alright, well, let's fire it up for the second time today. The Amtrak Plymouth runs again. And then let's get the Hymec going. Just beautiful. Alright, well I hope you enjoy the running session, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Well, that's just about gonna do it for this running session. Ended up having to stop the Plymouth Diesel just because for some reason this combination of cars kept derailing and I just didn't really want to have to deal with it. And the high mech was kind of getting a bit too warmed up, I guess. Starting to give me some problems, so I think I'm just going to end it here. So if you've made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and make sure to comment and tell me what you thought about this video, maybe what was your favorite combination, because I'd really like to hear your guys' opinion, and if I get a lot of comments and people saying they like this style video, I'll definitely do more of it, so make sure to do that. Well, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.